How you doing? My name is Kenya Muli. This interview is for Nursing 3319, Transcultural Concepts in Nursing Care. Um, the topic that I'm going to do my interview on is going to be diabetes type 1. A good friend of mine, Johnny, is a recipient of the disease, and he is going to elaborate or explain to us what it is and what are the stipulations for that illness. Um, Say hi,
Hi, people.
John. All right. What do you call your problem?
Okay, what do I call my problem? My problem is diabetes type 1, and what that is, the pancreas is completely dead. See, the type 2 version it's kind of working, but it's not. But since I have type 1, it's completely dead. And my problem is that I have to inject myself with insulins. You see, right here is the Novolin.
I'm sorry.
And that one is Humalog. There's different kinds of insulin. There's like 70/30, which is a little bit of regular type of insulin, and the other is the Novolin. Okay. I used to take regular, but I stopped taking it because it was working a little slow. So the reason I take Humalog, it takes 10 minutes to kick in. So that will bring my sugar down. Um, what else?
Keep going. Just explain to us how it affects you. How severe is it? What do you fear most about your sickness?
Oh, actually, it's pretty serious. It's pretty serious than type 2 diabetes. And the reason I say that is because it's easy to lose control of your sugar. Since if I put too much insulin, it would drop down, and that could be very dangerous. Could go into a coma, start sweating all over the place, and then I wouldn't know what idea that I have, like, what the hell am I or something, I'd be looking around like, oh my god, it's pretty scary, especially when you're driving. But that's only if it's low. But when it's high, that's also it's also bad, because it can cause like a lot of bad things to your kidneys, to your eyesight, to your feet, and there's a bunch of stuff that it can cause. Well, those are the three main causes of type 1 diabetes if they have that out of control. There's times where I have fainted pretty bad, and when I fainted, they had to inject me with some sugar shot, stab me on the butt, inject me with sugar. So that would just wake me up,
How do you keep track of your levels?
Track of my levels is a machine to check my sugar. Yeah, that one, and this machine over here. Let me go. See, this is the machine that I check my sugar. And I had to keep track of my sugars at all times, my sugar levels. And the reason it's very important to check your sugars, because we don't want any dangers of dropping the sugar, like how I was telling the story that I fainted and stuff, and then or having it way too high and falling into a coma. So it's pretty serious, and I had this for the rest of my life. You see, the difference between type 2 and type 1 diabetes is that I don't take insulin pills. See, this is for type 1 diabetes. Type 2 diabetes is just pills. See, it's the pancreas is kind of working, but not really. So they have to take pills. But since my pancreas is completely dead, I have to no choice but to take this.
Is there a possibility for a transplant?
No, that's very very risky. I talked to my doctor about that, and they said they cannot do it. It's very very risky. I would wish that I had like a pancreas that's working. I would do a transplant any day. But many doctors has been telling me, no, you can't. You can't do it because it's very very risky, and like I guess the pancreas has to get used to the body. It'll start doing a lot of damage to my body, I guess. But I didn't really understand too much of it. But he just says it's very very dangerous. But if we were to do that,
Johnny, what are the chief problems your sickness has caused for you?
I cannot enter the military, and that's got me really disappointed in that. You see, they explained to me I wanted to enter the Marines, by heart. I wanted to, but they told me we can't do that because if my sugar drops in the middle of the battlefield, and then you're getting shot at, oh, it's gonna be bad. And let's see, and what other stuff that I couldn't do with diabetes around. Oh man, I get tired very easy.
What about sports? Could you play sports?
No, you see, sports I couldn't. I can't play. I could be an athlete. I could exercise, but maybe like in professional sports I can't. I can't do that at all. But I could play sports.
Johnny, when were you diagnosed with diabetes?
I was 8 years old, and right now I'm 27, and that was April 27th, 1991, I think, that I can remember, and I was 8 years old. So I have juvenile diabetes.
How many times do you go see the doctor for a checkup, or to see if you are all right, to see how your system's working?
Every 6 months. Depends on the doctor. Depends, but every 6 months I have to go for a checkup, so he can write me a prescription saying, yes, that when he finishes his bottle, have him refill it, just for a prescription. Every 6 months to see how I'm doing. He checks my machine, my sugar machine, and that's about it.
Johnny, what are the most important results you hope to receive from the treatment?
Actually, I don't expect too much of results.
You think it's going to be like this for
the rest of my life? It's going to be like that for the rest of my life. I don't have a choice. And it's sad to know that, but life goes on. I have to accept it.
Johnny, is there anything you would like to say to the audience about type 1 diabetes?
If any of your family members have type 1 diabetes, you gotta understand that they really have to take care of themselves, no matter what. I have fear of losing my feet or my eyesight. So, for you audience, I hope that, everything will go well. Just tell your friends, relatives or something, saying no sugar for you, that's bad. But sometimes they won't listen, but just hopefully they'll control it if they do. And that's about it.
Okay. This has been Kenyon Mooley with my interviewee, Johnny, for the University of Texas at El Paso. pre-nursing program, Transcultural Concepts in Nursing Care, Professor O'Connor. Um, this concludes my interview. Thank you.